Hey guys, it's Mike Nelson here, wholesalinghouses101.com. Today I have an interview. It's going to be something a little bit different. I have a cash buyer. He used to be a wholesaler, now he turned into rehabber, so now he's a cash buyer. And I want to ask him a couple of questions just to get new wholesalers in the business started and know what to look for in a cash buyer. So without all ado, I'll introduce Chris Jefferson. Chris, tell me about yourself.
I'm a cash buyer here in Richmond, Virginia. Do a lot of rehabbing here in the area. Got started, like Mike said, I got a wholesaler background. Definitely a great way to get started. Kind of how I got started was in wholesales, bird dogging at first, kind of transitioned into wholesaling. From wholesaling, I was able to build up I guess you could say a cash flow or a capital account where I could then transition into using hard money sources and private money sources where I could take some of that income from wholesaling opportunities and then put that into, down payments towards hard money to be able to purchase rehab projects and things like that.
All right. Now, Chris, tell us about, as a cash buyer, what are some of the things that you look for in a wholesaler when you're dealing with one?
Definitely. I love wholesalers personally. Some investors don't, but I always say that the foolish investors don't like wholesalers. The things with wholesalers is wholesalers give me the opportunity where I can free up a lot of my time, focus on my various projects, finding more deals, and more importantly, wholesalers bring a deal to you, give you an opportunity where you've got basically it's like a prepackaged present, and that you're able to pick that deal up, get it closed right away, whether you want to close it quickly or extend your closing, however you want to do it. But they've done all the legwork for you. You compensate them for it. You want to make sure you take good care of your wholesalers, and from there, you've got a quick project you can move right into.
Definitely. I mean, and as a wholesaler, you definitely want to find yourself cash buyers to work with, because ultimately they're going to be the ones who are buying your deals. Now, with that being said, Chris, as a wholesaler, a new wholesaler, how would they be able to get in contact with you? Far as Craigslist, sending you postcards on the properties that you've recently purchased. How could a wholesaler get in touch with a cash buyer?
One of the probably more creative ways I've been contacted recently is I had a wholesaler recently I did a deal with, and I asked him how he even got my information because I didn't know him. What he told me is that he went and partnered with his realtor. He did a search for cash buyers in the area or houses that had sold terms on MLS of cash, and that from that he took the tax record information, looked at what the tax mailing address was, and what he did is he actually sent a FedEx envelope that had to be signed if it was a home address, or if it was a P.O. box, he would send a letter to the P.O. box, basically introducing himself. He had a couple of deals that he showed me at the time, and he showed me 2 deals, and I purchased one of them, and that was strictly from finding the information on the MLS from a cash purchase, taking that information, sending me a letter that I had to sign for.
That's smart.
And then sent me a letter I had to sign for. And then he sent me his deal, and I looked at it, and I knew that it was a good deal when I saw it. Called him right away. I said, hey man, let's go ahead and lock this up. Let's get it done. We went, took a look at the house that next day. We closed, I think, 7 days later. So that's one of the more creative ways that I've seen as far as how to catch a cash buyer.
All right. Now that's one way. Have any wholesalers gotten in touch with you any other ways? Postcards? Do you receive postcards often?
I do get postcards. One way that I like, I think most savvy investors, they check Craigslist on a regular basis. Sometimes you hear the term, or you get some wholesalers who are trying to build their entire buyers list before they even have a deal yet. I think one of those, if you build it, they'll come type of sayings. If you've got a deal under contract, or you're close to getting a deal under contract, use Craigslist. Utilize that because a lot of us check it. One thing that I've seen people do, they'll advertise a deal vaguely, but they don't even actually have a deal yet. But by doing that, you're able to get cash buyers, people who are serious, and you can notice people in your area. RIA meetings are huge. Go to your local RIA meetings, introduce yourself to people, get some cards made up, let them know what you do, because you're going to run into people who are very interested in dealing with wholesalers that you can have a good opportunity to build a relationship with. County auctions are great. I run into a lot of wholesalers that are new at county auctions. who pass me their information. And if you're at a county auction with, you know, a $10,000 check, they know that you're a serious cash buyer and looking to purchase property, you know, so that's definitely an opportunity for you as well.
All right, guys, that's it with this interview with Chris Jefferson. There will be more interviews coming up with this guy. He's a rehabber in the area. He's doing a ton of deals. But for those of you, please subscribe to my newsletter, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the link above. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll be able to receive the videos that I send out before anybody else. That's even on social networks or my newsletter. Mike Nelson, wholesalinghouses101.com.